Okay, initial intake for this 2004 Kawasaki Ninja 250. Got a lot of rust in the tank. I'm not gonna be able to see it that much. Just we're gonna go and keep that shut. I don't know why I'm doing that, but we're gonna have to pull the tank on this guy, and it's full of rust, and start that procedure. I always like to take some video notes of its fun stuff that's going on. We can kind of see that our valve cover has been leaking just for quite some time. It looks like it's just from a valve cover gas. It doesn't look like anything else has been disrupted. We do have a lot of heavy oil deposit buildup in the very bottom of the crank housing. That's probably because of this leak. I'm hoping we'll find out once we pressure wash it. The chain's seen some better days. These get stretched over time, and also the sprockets don't look that bad, but if we want in the future to replace the chain, you want to kind of match it with the new sprocket as well. The tires look in great shape. The brakes look in great shape. It was missing the plastics on both sides. That's fine. I'm going to have to make sure we cover this portion. This looks like it's the starter relay. This is actually the fuse panel. So the other side must be the CDI box. So we'll get those. Make sure we get those covered before we power wash. Notice that this looks like it's going to fit a choke clip. It's pretty loose. Actually, everything's pretty loose, and I'm just checking everything. How does the other side feel? It's important that these stay pretty much in sync. That looks okay. But it looks like we have more of oil and stuff coming from that. That's not it. Yeah, that's fine. Nothing really alarming at the very bottom, so that looks good. What's concerning to me is the eye of the oil. It's so black, you can't tell where the fluid level's at. I did check the oil, it's pretty low. It's pretty black, so that's gonna be a service, but that's gonna have to wait until we get further. But even looking at I did note that this does need a fork seal. This is gonna be the front passenger side. You can see it's been leaking for a while, and it's all up and down in the caliper and all the places you don't want grease. The front brakes look good. So does the front tire. And I also noticed when I did pull this guy out, we looked like we had some aftermarket wiring, riffraff. And these customers stated that the horn never worked, but I do hear I think I did hear a solenoid activate, so that means we're getting power to it, just no horn. Okay, well, let's start the procedure and get this guy power washed pretty good and pretty heavily. And then next would be pull it back into the shop and start taking the plastics off so we can get this tank out and start the fun procedure and getting all that rust removed. Let's get to it. Okay, got everything prepped. Everything's been degreasing for a while and soaking. Let's go ahead and get to it. Make sure everything looks copacetic. All right, let's get to it. Okay, we're on this first pressure wash. You can see there's a lot more stuff that it missed in the greasing. So we're gonna go ahead and look at some spots that I might have to not overlook and clean. Everything else came out nice. It's just the front's really bad. So I don't like to use heavy degreasers on motorcycles because it starts eating up more than it should. So just do a safe approach. It's manual labor. So we're gonna go ahead and work the grease off of this and the other heavy spots, and we're gonna let it soak a little more, and we're gonna pressure wash it one more time, and then we'll go ahead and move it into the shop. Okay, just got done pressure washing it, wiping it down, getting all the dirt and the grease and everything you see is gone. So we're back to a baseline. This thing is pretty much clean. I pretty much touched everything on this thing to make sure nothing was loose, missing, or any other discrepancies. Everything looks good. Starting to look like a nice bike again. All right, next, I'm gonna have to empty this fuel tank. I'd rather siphon it out versus the traditional just have it drained. because I don't want to pick up I'm going to save some of this fuel. You can see, probably not. So we're going to go ahead and siphon most of this gas out so we can save it, and then we'll let the rest drain naturally and let it dry out completely. And then we're going to have to wash it, rinse it out several times, and find some bolts. Oh, that's going to be fun, getting all the bolts out. Oh boy. Okay, let's get to it. Pull the bottom portion of the plastics off. Doesn't look that bad, but we're gonna have to pressure wash it again. Okay, everything looks good. None of the wires are cracking. All the wiring looks 100%. We got this riprap here we gotta fix, which is probably because it's aftermarket lights. That's good, that's fine. Everything looks good. Coils look good. All right. Everything looks good. All right, let's go ahead and continue pressure washing this guy. We got the fairings off. We can see more of the stuff we got the degrees still. Yeah, this has been, the front fork seal leaked a long time ago. Everything looks good. You can kind of see where it's been spewing out of oil. Looks good. Just 30. All right, let's soak this again with some pre-treatment and finish power washing it. Most of it's done. Well, clean. Okay. Next, let's get this tank drained all the way. Doesn't look that bad. Get started.